Yes, thank you for rejoining, everyone. We're close to finishing. I would once again like to say that I would love to hear any kind of comment or suggestion for improvement for this class from anyone in any context. And if anyone that is not the two students that already had written to me wants to do a presentation as well, I would love to hear. So the first word in the Swadesh list is the word for every or all. Semitic in general has this word kal or kul. Kul in all of the languages, kal only in Akkadian, and in modern South Arabian. Kal in Sokotri and Mehri kal. The word for to bite, nathaka, nakatha. The word for blood. But then we see once again these weird shifts, like the word for blood, which is very, very basic in Semitic, and we can find it everywhere. In modern South Arabian means pus. Kind of metaphor or metonymy or something like that, but yeah, I don't know. The word for bone, the word for claw, we already talked about these two, I think. The word for to die, which is quite widespread as well, also in general Afro-Asiatic. The word for dog, the word for to drink, the word for ear, the word for earth. I think we already discussed all of these. The word for hair, eye, full. So you can see that the word for eye, the word for full, like no comments needed. This word is just the only basic word for to me meaning to be full in all of Semitic, which is nice. Hair, hand, head, to hear. Heart, which is kind of weird that in Arabic it means something else, but yeah, makes sense, I guess. Eye, knee, liver. So if we go past this list, we can see words that, no, wait. Words that do not exist in the Swadesh list, but are still important in Semitic. Wait, sorry about that. Anyway, the word for new, the word for night, not, one, seed, and so on. Sun, tail, this, thou, tongue, tooth, two, water, we, and who. Instead of showing you the words, how about you say what is missing here? Like what kind of really, really basic words that I would expect to see in such a list I don't see here? Does anyone have an idea? Okay, so mother and father would be the first things I would think of because they're really basic in Semitic. I was really shocked to understand that they're not in the Swadesh list. Belly, cold, fire, green. For fire, it's interesting because we have the Proto-Semitic ish or ishat, which we can understand as Proto-Semitic, first of all, because of it's such a small stem and it is so widespread in the sense that it exists in Akkadian, Hebrew, and Ethio-Semitic. So that's widespread enough to reconstruct Proto-Semitic. But many other languages have different words. For example, nur in Aramaic, nar in Arabic, or sait in or siwat in modern South Arabian. Probably related to shaitan or siyut. Green, also a very interesting semantic case because it means green or yellow in Akkadian, and it means green in Hebrew, yakrik. I'm not sure that's correct vocalization, but in Ethio-Semitic, it means gold, just gold, even the metal. And the word for green is hamalmil or something like that. Interesting. I don't know. Okay. The word for moon we've already discussed. The word for nose, root, stone, tree, and woman. Okay. So these are the ones outside the Swadesh list. We have the word for father, father-in-law, lip. All of these are quite well tested, widespread. House, kidney, mother, lightning or electricity or something like that. Shoulder, to have gray hair. This is a beautiful root. It is so widespread in Semitic. I think every Semitic language has this root meaning to have gray hair or to become older or something. Obviously related to Hebrew Saba, grandfather, and Seba. 100, Lord, owner, and to ask. Also to ask, such a basic word in Semitic. It's so weird for me that it was not included in this 100 most basic words list. And then he has a nice discussion to show that which languages are more innovative and which languages are less innovative. So, for example, modern South Arabian is considered the most innovative, but also Ethio-Semitic, and especially Southern Ethio-Semitic. So, for example, out of the 40 terms that he lists, Sokotri deviates from 17 cases, Mehri from 14 in Jibali also, and Amharic and Harari 14, 15. And then Hebrew and Aramaic, Syriac have only almost no deviations in the first part of the list and participating in almost all the reconstructions of the second one. So Hebrew and Aramaic have lost nearly zero Proto-Semitic. Of course, it's wrong, but most of the vocabulary that we can reconstruct, we can also find in these two languages. Akkadian and Arabic have the intermediate position. Okay, so any question regarding that before we finish? Any question regarding anything, really?
About the opposite meanings, like Rahab in Hebrew, like to be brave, right?
Which word? Rahab?
Yeah.
Rahab in Hebrew means cockiness.
Oh,
What does it mean in Arabic? Rahab?
like Rahab, to
Irhab. Oh yeah,
frighten.
terror. Yeah.
Uh,
Nice. Could be related.
and
Never thought of it.
I'm not sure of the root of Beti'avon, Abba, I think.
No, the root of Betavon is ta'ab, ta'av. But there's also, yeah.
Ta'ab.
Abba,
Okay.
Abba is a very, very good example. Very good example
Exactly.
of opposite
Exactly.
meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ava
It's to
in Hebrew,
refuse in Arabic and to accept or to want in.
yes, in very, very high register in Hebrew, ava means to want, and in Arabic, it is the word for to refuse. Very, very weird. I have no idea how this happened, but I think that other Semitic languages have more of the meaning to want. And once again, Arabic is the weird one here. I can look it up just for a second. Any other question in the meantime? Please feel free. I want to hear your questions. I want to hear your feedback.
I have another one. I'm sorry. About the word fitda in Hebrew.
Which word?
It's
Sorry? Pitda?
yeah.
No, it's
Tav.
definitely phone. Definitely loan word. I don't know from which language
It
though.
is actually fidda in Arabic. I'm trying to understand which is derived from which.
In Arabic, what it is? Fitda?
Fidda. Fidda kesef.
I've never thought of that. I would guess that Arabic fadda is more related to Hebrew paz, which means gold.
Mm.
And I think it comes from something like Hurrian, Padhu, Padju, but I don't know. maybe Egyptian, maybe some of the other people here know better than me. Okay, no, I was mistaken actually. So abaya means to refuse also in Ge'ez, but I think that there are some Arabic dialects that have it meaning to want as well.
With yeah, Abi,
Abi.
Bedouin,
Yeah,
Syrian, Abi.
I
Ani
have.
Abi, it's like similar to Hebrew. Ani,
Mhm,
it's in Bedouin, it's Ana.
mhm.
So
Yeah,
Ani Abi, and I want.
nice. Very good. So yeah, sometimes words change their meanings to the opposite meanings, which is a very weird phenomenon. Any other question, please?
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
Basically asking your take on something. On Monday in our Ugaritic class, the question came up, and actually Professor Streck looked into Kogan's book, and the question was whether Safar from like whatever we have, Sefer and Lispor, whether they are connected. And actually Kogan, he says they are not connected. And we were kind of not really convinced. So
Yeah.
do you have a take on it?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't really know. So I was brought up, I was taught by my teachers that Sefer comes from Akkadian Shipru, which means shipment or something like that, right? Or letter.
It's like a document in whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So that probably comes from that. And what I was taught is that Shaparu probably originally meant with a scene meant to cut. And then you have this Arabic qassa to cut hair, qissa,
Exactly.
story.
And Qissa. Yeah.
Yeah. And also Hebrew listapel to cut hair, sipur sefel, and misparaim also. So could be connected between this meaning to cut and the meaning to deliver a letter or something like that on one hand. On the other hand, there's this root sapara meaning to measure, which is known from Arabic sapara to travel, but also in Ethio-Semitic sapara means to measure, and in Hebrew it means to count. So it could be connected, but I don't know. It's very, very hard to tell. It's not that certain whether it's the same samech or sheen or seen or whatever sibilant that is. And unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you. But I would
Okay,
not
but
assume
now
it.
I wanted to hear your take, and this is also something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but
Thanks.
of course, count and recount makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. Any other question? Okay, next time we will talk about suprasegmental phonology, which would be nice. And if you have any question or you want to do a presentation either for or not for the credits, I would love to hear. Let me know. And if you have any suggestion or remark or anything, any criticism, I would also love to hear. And have a great weekend. And thank you.
Thank you.